Hi, friends. Welcome to Race to Rise podcast, a place where we discuss bite sized wisdom nuggets with easy to follow practices to live a better life. I am your host, Mital Patel, a parenting junkie, Ayurveda enthusiast, and an advocate of conscious living. Happy New Year! Happy 2023. I am super excited for this new year. But before we dive into the new year and the newness and what to expect and what are we looking forward to, I'm going to take a pause and want to be transparent and I want to hear your thoughts. Do you ever feel as though you're sleepwalking through life with no real idea of what you want and where you are headed? Or does it come to you like, oh my gosh, where has, the 2022 gone? And you're just not sure where the time has gone by. Or are you one of those who's frustrated that you haven't been able to achieve your full potential last year, or you haven't been able to stick with your resolutions or goals and you didn't achieve your dreams that you really wanted to? Or does it seem that life is just, passing you by and every year you're making New Year's resolutions only to find out that you end up breaking them 3 days into the new year? And if any of these sounds true to you, then my friend, know that you are not alone. Typically, facts, less than 10% of resolutions are kept by the year's end. And 25% of them fail before January 15th. And this was a study done. This is, research talking. And so if you answered yes to any of the above questions, then you are in the right place and you're here for a treat today, because if you're here, then you know it that we believe in day one instead of one day. So today, we all know it's been 6 days. And if you're one of those who's still thinking, I don't know what I want this year, I don't know, how to move forward, I don't know, I don't have goals, I don't have resolutions. Or if you're one of those who set the New Year's resolutions and by today's 6th January, so by today, you haven't been able to stick to it, then stick around to this episode because you are in for a treat. Our modern life is actually pretty hectic, and I am with you. We're so busy in maintaining our complex lives on a day-to-day basis, especially as parents. We have our personal thing to look into. We have careers or jobs to manage. We have little human beings to nurture. We got to cook, we have to clean, we got to be there, their party planner, we have to be their assistant. That's what my little one calls me nowadays. So, we have so much going on. We forget, we forget to truly connect with ourselves. And so today, I really am happy that you're here. We're going to learn how to focus your energy, uncover the secrets to balance. We'll learn to incorporate, and integrate our professional and private commitments and lives, and ultimately gain the confidence to become the better version of ourselves for ourselves. If you are not following me on Instagram, then my friend, you are missing out. You want to follow me there because we are sharing a 30-day self-care challenge, because when the new year comes, we're so much into our new habits and we're so much into our new goals, and we want to achieve everything. It's just that energy that we are, the frequency that we're finding ourselves in because of our surrounding. Everybody has the momentum right now. And so in all this, we forget that we have to take care of ourselves, and we run empty by the time the end of the month comes. So we run empty cup or empty jar. One of my challenge is that when I have really so much momentum, I forget to take care of myself. So on Instagram, I am sharing the 30-day self-care challenge. So I really, in one of my message was that let's take care of ourselves, not because we want to take care of our kids, we want to take care of our goals, we want to achieve our goals, or we want to stay up to our resolutions, or, we want to do good in our careers, and we want to be better version of ourselves for the world. But we want to take care of ourselves because we deserve to take care of ourselves, right? Because it's our birthright to take care of ourselves. So if you're not there, follow me along for the 30-day self-care challenge. Now, let's look into our day one instead of one day. It's the 6th of January today, but it's never too late. We believe it's never too late, right? So let's do a quick review of 2022. It's like a GPS, right? If you want to go from point A to point B, we must know where the point A is located, right? We need to know the location. And so that's what we're going to do by this quick review. When we do the review of the past year, we learn where we are. We need to find out the position, our current reality. So, in order for us to do the current reality audit, and find out where we are, let's do a quick review. I am going to share few journal prompts that can help you to do, like, instead of just procrastinating or instead of taking it forever, let's do this. And this is not going to take you more than 15 minutes, my friend. So let's sit down today for 15 minutes and do a quick review of 2022. The number one thing I would start is write down top 5 happiest moments of the past year. When we look at what was happening and what was happy, we get that momentum to look forward to the new year and to create this. Because if you don't know what happy feels like, what experience feels like, how are you going to know how to recreate that experience for yourself, right? So, number one, write down top 5 happiest moment of the past year. Number two, what small things you've enjoyed doing the most during your day-to-day life. For example, I want to share this. One of my favorite small thing that I've enjoyed doing most during my day-to-day life is a 20-second hugs from my kids. We have this ritual that before with my little one, it's like before I go, actually, with both of my kids, before we leave the house and when we come back home, in the evenings, we ask each other for 20-second hug. We literally do a 20-second hug. So we don't hug just to hug. We actually hug for 20 seconds. There's a science behind it. These are the small little things that I've enjoyed doing it every day. So write down 3 to 5 small things that you've enjoyed during your day-to-day life. Question number 3. What did you do for the very first time in your life last year? Write down 1 or 2 things. If you have more, go ahead. But if you are struggling, write down at least 1 or 2 things that you've done for the first time in your life. So, for example, I hosted public workshops for the first time for a big community of entrepreneurs, and it was scary for a second. I was nervous, excited, but it was really, really an amazing experience. And now I want to do more this year. Question number 4. Write down top 3 things you're grateful for. Super important because gratitude is the frequency that you want to hop on, and it changes the trajectory of your life. Number 5. Write down top 3 life-changing experiences of 2022. Yes, this was a game changer. I never thought of that before, but this year I got this journal called the Best Year Journal from the Intelligent Change, and this was one of the questions, and it was a mind blowing, but it came very easy for me. And I want to share those top 3 life-changing experiences, and I want to share out loud because I want to recreate that. So my number 1 was that I finally hit the 6-figure club. Yes, I negotiated and I got a 30% raise at work. It was like most memorable experience and a life-changing experience because I was able to, negotiate, and I was able to ask for what my worth is. And number two was that I work officially for Jay Shetty Certification School. Yes, I've scored a paid opportunity to work with Jay Shetty as his in-house life and success coach for his community. Woohoo! And number third was life-changing experience from 2022 was my favorite, the India trip. Yes, I went for 6 weeks or 5 to 6 weeks. We went to India, full family vacation. It was a blast. I never thought that I would be able to do that, be it financially, be it, carving that time out and just go leave everything, close my house here, and go with the entire family. That was truly life-changing experience. Question number 6. Write down a personal highlight of the year. And so for me, my family vacation, manifesting family vacations for every month was a highlight of the year. I actually wrote down in 2021, I wrote down that I want to prioritize mini vacations. I want to prioritize family vacations. I'm not used to taking family vacations due to financial reasons, and I'll be honest. And so in 2022, I made it a priority that I want to, and I didn't know how it's going to be possible financially, but I know that I wrote down in my journal that I want to take 12 mini vacations with family. So, like every month, at least 2 day getaway. I wanted to do that with family. And to my surprise, we were able to stick with it. We managed to go on a 12 mini vacations, actually 11 mini vacations and one major vacation of India trip. It was an amazing experience. And that taught me power of writing down my dreams and my visions. And that's where we're going to go in the next episode. Number 7 for this quick review, write down a professional highlight of the year. So, like I already said, paid opportunity with Jay Shetty's firm, 30% raise at work. And my favorite was launching my membership for parents. So, let me take a 30-second of your time and tell you all about the Parenting Lab. So, I have a monthly membership, all for parents. It's a community. Up until last year, it was all just, Facebook based community, and we were doing we do monthly joy shops. Yes, they're not called workshops, they're joy shops. So every month you will be learning a parenting new concept that can help you not just in with your parent-child relationship, but it's all about mindset. It's about improving your relationship with yourself, with your parents, with your children, with your partner, with your coworkers, with your loved ones. So there's so much. You get an editable PDF guide for the theme of the month. It's an action plan where you walk away with, because we believe the Parenting Lab is not about information, it is about transformation. So come on, join us. Check out the link in the bio and check all the details about the Parenting Lab. And now, actually, this month, it is going to be an experience with a touch of your finger. Yes, I am launching. It is going to be an app-based membership. So you are going to have your own app. And so if you have a question, all you got to do is, tap on an app, DM me right away. You can write your questions right there. So now the membership comes with a parenting solution where you don't have to wait. You don't have to go on a social media. You just have to click on a tab and get your answers and get the help, that much needed help, because I truly believe that it takes a village to raise a parent as much as it takes a village to raise a child. So that is the village that I'm excited to provide you. Get all the details in the show notes below. Question number 8. Before we move on to the major questions of life as well, they're all major, but I want you to pause for a second and ask yourself this question. Who has helped or supported you, and how? Very, very important, because I truly believe that there is no such thing as self-made, right? There's no such thing as self-made. We all need support. We all need help. And the people who try to do everything on their own are the people who fail again and again. And, failing is part of life. But how can we make sure that we identify the help and the support so we can move the needle, you know, in the right direction and in less time with the support that we deserve, right? We all deserve a support. And that's why the Parenting Lab, I can't stop saying it, but join when you're ready. Question 9. Your top 5 life lessons, or 5 to 10 life lessons, or career lessons, whatever you want to call it. Your top 5 to 10 lessons from 2022. Super important to reflect on lessons and mistakes because this is where the magic happens so that you learn what to do and what not to do. If you are new to my space, make sure you go ahead and check out the last episode of 2022 because I shared my top 10 lessons that I learned from 2022 that I am going to that I'm taking it with me in this, new year 2023, and I'm going to cherish because they become the strength. Our lessons become the strength. They become the guidepost for us and they show us, okay, where to go and where not to go, right? Question number 10. What challenges did you face? Again, what challenges did you face or what didn't work out? As much as it's important to look into what worked in 2022, it is also important to look into what didn't work out. What were your challenges? So that that, you can view them with more clarity, and you can work on how can you achieve with more favorable outcome. It's important to make a list of tough situations and roadblocks that we've faced over the last 12 months and struggles that we've encountered along the way. And how did that make us feel looking back at these events? And the last and my favorite question is, what are you willing to leave behind? Yes. Just like the fall season we've had, everything has a time span, everything has a lifespan. So you can decide what's the lifespan of those belief systems that are not serving you. So, what are you willing to leave behind? So, for example, I want to leave behind the chase of opportunities because I've found myself into this as a type A person and a high overachiever person. I have found myself that I'm always running after the opportunities. I love opportunities. I love growing. But that doesn't mean I have to chase. And something that I am incorporating more and more, especially this year in 2023, is my human design. I want to be aligned with my highest self and I want to live with purpose and with intentions, with clarity. And one of my signature signs is that not chasing the opportunities, right? Rather waiting for invitations. So that is what I am going to work on. I'm leaving behind the chase. And I also want to leave behind the chase of people seeing me. Instead, I am seeing myself for my gifts and for my talents. It's so important for me to recognize, and as well as it's so important for you guys. Self validation is where the magic happens. We're so taught for external validations. This is what we do in our parent child relationship as well. When we say something like to our child, when we say, "You're smart, good job," it's like we are setting standards for them. We're giving them standards. We're giving them, the validations like, "Yeah, you're good. You're doing amazing job." Rather, why not we say like, "I love how hard you work," right? Because we've never heard this. We've always heard compliments and praises about our character and never about our efforts and the process and the progress. That's why we get so stuck. We get stuck behind the chase of external validation. And so this is what I'm leaving behind. I'm leaving behind the chase of external validation. Rather, I am focusing on my internal validation. And so this is it. I am super excited for you to do this quick review of 2022. Learn to let go because letting go is definitely hard. It's, easier said than done. Like that's my older one's a new phrase, easier said than done. And we all repeat the mistakes time and time again because we don't know how to approach a situation differently or that we're afraid of changes. So let's do this quick review so we can move towards the 2020 through with more clarity, with knowing what we want to leave behind, with knowing what we want, cherishing the lessons that we learned in 2022. And now stay tuned for the next episode because I will be sharing an applicable action plan on how to achieve any goals. Doesn't matter how big they are, any goals, how to achieve them, how to stick with habits, how to form, life changing habits, like how my coach would tell me small steps, big priorities. So next week, I will be sharing the action plan, how to take one goal at a time, how to prioritize, and, how to achieve these goals. And now the last thing is when you are ready, I have a parenting community that I would love to provide support because we all deserve a support. We were never taught how to parent, and that's why I've created this community where we don't have to feel alone and we can work without sacrificing our dreams and desires how to communicate with our children. So join the parenting lab where you learn to talk so your kids will listen and listen so your kids will talk. That's it for this week's episode of Race to Rise. Be sure to sign up to our email list at risewithmittal.com and join us again next time for more wisdom about life, kids, and everything in between. I am Mittal Patel, wishing you happy raising and rising.